In this video, I'll be talking to you about what a research proposal is. What is a research proposal? When we talk about a research proposal, it is a document that outlines how a researcher intends to conduct their research. How do you intend to conduct your research? You said you are ready. You have seen a problem. You want to address it through an academic research. How do you intend to go about it? And so the document has to do with the problem itself and the plan of activities. The proposal is an account of what is to be studied. So it has two key parts. It has what is to be studied. What is it that you say you are going to study? And that constitutes the research problem. So what is the research problem? What problem have you seen that you intend to address? It is part and parcel of the research proposal. Then the other side is how will it be studied? What do you intend to study and how do you intend to study it? According to Boaheng et al., a research proposal is, and I quote, a written plan for a study. It spells out in detail what the researcher intends to do. So it is an endorsement, or it adds to what I've already said, that it tells us about what the researcher intends to do, not forgetting the problem that is going to be addressed or the problem that is going to be investigated. The research proposal must be informative. Why? Because it is a document that you are presenting to justify the fact that you are ready to go about solving a problem. And so if it is not informative, if it is scanty, then one may not be convinced that it really shows your preparedness to be able to go about the problem that you intend to address. At the same time, it must be persuasive. Persuasive, not in the sense of exhorting. No, it is not a sermon that you are preparing. The research proposal is not a sermon that you are preparing, so it is not expected to be preachy or sermonic. Yet it must be persuasive. Why? Because people are going to judge it and say that yes or no, the person is prepared or not prepared. So you should be able to convince people who will examine it, I mean the institution that you are attending, especially your supervisor and the research committee or whoever is responsible, that you are really ready to go about the project work or the thesis writing or the dissertation writing, whichever way that you put it. A research proposal, in terms of the tense that is used, is normally prepared in the future tense. This will be done. This will be done. So it is in the future. Why? Because you have not started the work yet. I sometimes get surprised when students come to me for the first time. Then you see that instead of bringing a proposal that is telling me what they are going to do, they will come to me with a whole chapter written as if they have finished doing the work. Then I will ask them, have you finished doing the work? Are you not proposing that you want to go and do the work? So please, if you are watching this video, don't make that mistake. A proposal is a proposal. A proposal is not a chapter on its own. It will later turn into a chapter. But at the proposal stage, it is not a chapter. It is not work that has already been done. So use the future tense for your proposal. However, I must also say that certain portions of the proposal, such as the literature review section, may include past tense when discussing previous research. So it is not every part that should be in the future tense. But when it comes to the methodology, for instance, this will be gathered, this will be done. Chapter 2 will, I'm talking about the chapter outline. We will come to these ones later. The chapter outline, chapter 1 will focus on this, chapter 2 will focus on that. You are now proposing. So apart from some sections such as the literature review and maybe a few others, you really need to use the future tense. And that is very, very important for us to note.